Adam Schiff openly lied to the American public. He put America for 4 years through an impeachment that he knew was a lie. If you got the briefing I got from the FBI, you wouldn't have Swalwell on any committee.
Democrats ready to go to bat for Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell by pushing for the not-so-dynamic duo to sit on the powerful House Intelligence Committee, something Speaker McCarthy has promised to not let happen. Democrats are most certainly going to lose the fight since McCarthy has the unilateral power to boot them, but Adam Schiff isn't backing down.
If McCarthy believes this will somehow stop me from pointing out when they abuse their power, when they endanger the country, it's not going to stop me at all. And I will simply work with Leader Jeffries to find new ways to continue holding them to account.
Remember the last time Schiff led an investigation? His lies are the whole reason he's kicked off intel to begin with.
I think there's plenty of evidence of collusion or conspiracy. There's ample evidence of collusion in plain sight, and that is true. There's clear evidence on the issue of collusion.
And Republicans are concerned Eric Swalwell's cozy relationship with suspected Chinese spy Fang Fang has compromised him. Okay, so in 2021, the Democrats made a decision to expel Marjorie Taylor Greene and Paul Gosar, and the Republicans said, don't do it because you're creating a precedent here. This precedent, you're going to have to eat it if we ever win in Congress. And so now we've got McCarthy saying, you know what, Schiff, Swalwell, and Ilhan Omar, we're not going to put them on the committees. Is this, how about you? What's good for the goose is good?
For the, what is it, the sheep? Good for the sheep. What's good for the goose? The goat. Good for the goat. I would totally prank them and tell them they're still on the committee and just change the meeting times, send them to other places. Why would you indulge these people? The problem with these, the two, not so much Omar, because she's got her own set of problems. They always seem to care more about their own selves than they cared about America. They're always chasing the media spotlight. They were craven opportunists, which is why Schiff lied so much. It's because he ended up on TV more. And, of course, Swalwell, the only committee he should be in front of is one exploring natural gas. Or maybe he should be behind it, not in front of it. But
Okay.
anyway, yeah, putting a Schiff on the Intelligence Committee is like putting Jesse on a modesty committee.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not
I'd chair
fair
that
to
committee.
Jesse. All right, well, Jesse, I'll ask you this.
You would chair it.
I would chair it.
Yeah. Hey,
Senior member.
is Hakeem Jeffries clueless? He says it does not serve as precedent or justification for the removal of Schiff and Swalwell, given that they have never exhibited violent thoughts or behavior. But having an affair with a Chinese spy is no problem.
Violent thoughts. I think Schiff wanted Trump hung as a traitor. And if you compare Santos to Schiff, both are liars. Which lies did more damage to the country?
Yeah.
Santos lied about being, what, like cross-dressing or like working for Solomon Smith Barney.
You didn't go to college.
Okay, that hurt nobody. That hurt nobody except Nassau County Republicans. Schiff put the whole country through a ringer. I mean, put people in jail, all based on lies. Swalwell, who's supposed to be on the Intel Committee, got honey-trapped. Permission to use an analogy. That would be like putting a Quaker on the Armed Services Committee. It makes absolutely no sense. Quakers are nonviolent, Judge.
Oh, stop it.
If I was a member of Congress, I would assume that anybody that was trying to sleep with me was a spy.
You should think that way, because no one would otherwise.
Same with Swalwell. And that gives you a great opportunity to have your staff investigate your dates. You just run background checks on all of your dates before you guys go out to dinner. And if she's not a spy, well, good, you know everything about her. But if she is a spy, date's canceled. And that's what Swalwell should have done. Now, Omar, who cares? Who cares if Omar's on the Foreign Affairs Committee?
I do.
You know why I don't care? Because they're still going to send money to Israel. She's in the minority. She's going to get no juice. And I want to see her on Foreign Affairs because she says silly things and we put it on primetime.
Yes.
All right, I'll ask you this. Does Hakeem Jeffries have the same incriminating information on Swalwell that McCarthy discussed, or is he choosing to just ignore it?
So this thing with Swalwell and Schiff and what you said from the outset, that I think Greg may have said it, that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't think that members of Congress should be taken off in any committees. The Santos matter, they should unseat him. But if he's a member of Congress, they should put him on a committee, and I don't think you should be able to object. The Schiff and the Swalwell, if the standard for not putting someone on a committee is something you disagree with the guy or woman, or you believe they were wrong about a certain policy outcome, there would be nobody on committees in Congress if that were the case. 3, Swalwell has not been charged with anything. I've heard Speaker McCarthy, unless he knows something that's not been shared in the public sphere, he says that Eric Swalwell could not get a job in the public sector if he needed a background check. How could he serve, or security check? How could he serve on the Intelligence Committee? I don't know what he's talking about. He may have something and he should share it, but Eric Swalwell has not.
Maybe he can share it.
But he has not been.
That's the point.
No, but then he shouldn't be sharing it at all. Then he shouldn't be saying what he's saying. But Judge, let me just finish my point. He's not been charged with anything or convicted. In the land that we live in the schools that we went to, and the thing that we studied, you can't hold something against someone because you think that is the case, but you can't share it. So I don't know what the standard is here. They should not have kicked those other people off in the last Congress, and they shouldn't disallow unless they can show there's criminal activity. He's been indicted.
Well, so they're just supposed to roll over and let Democrats have their way with them?
I'm telling you the standard that I would apply.
I like the good for the goose, good for the gander standard.
All right, Dana,
I hope my kids are not watching Uncle Jesse say that.
Yeah, Dana, you can finish this up.
Okay.
I mean, the bottom line is they didn't have to start the precedent, but they did.
Right. So turnabout is fair play. And also the House it flips back and forth quite a bit. This goes back to even when Mitch McConnell told Harry Reid, if you change the standard on the judges, you're going to end up with more conservative judges. And now you have a Supreme Court that is conservative-leaning, and it ended Roe v. Wade. That's exactly what Mitch McConnell told him. That's exactly what's going to happen. When they kicked off Marjorie Taylor Greene and Gosar, and you can agree that what they said was inappropriate and awful and terrible. It's horrible, right? Because you could say that, but you could also say, but if you kick them off, we're going to be in a position to do that to you. Now, McCarthy has a narrow majority. And now he already has 2 Republican women, Spartz and Mace, saying, look, we believe in the principle, as Harold just said, that you shouldn't kick anybody off. But the Democrats couldn't even get a unanimous consent to criticize Omar for her anti-Semitic comments, if you remember. The other thing I would say is this.
I didn't refrain from criticizing her.
Good.
I know, but you weren't in Congress, meaning that like they couldn't vote.
And I didn't
you weren't in
either.
Congress. Write that down. My last point. This is also a gift to Schiff. Why? He's running for Senate in California. And how is he going to get on air every night and raise money? It's going to be by getting up there and saying, look how mean they're being to me, how outrageous it is. And he's going to get on TV every night, raise money, and run for Senate of California.
Wow. All right.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.